Many people are completely surprised when you check this region and it hurts. Okay, everybody, check this out. This is really cool. I want to teach you one of my low hanging fruit areas that I always check when somebody has issues with the foot, the ankle, the knee, or the hip. Low hanging fruit means go after the easy stuff first. Okay, check this out. This is a view right there of the right shin. And look at that back edge over here. I'm going to highlight it. That's called your flexor digitorum longus of the foot. Big, long word. I mean, that's going to be the tendons that actually give you the ability to curl your toes downwards. That gets really tight in there. And the fascia that runs along that bone takes a hit. So, like right here along that edge, it gets really tender and inflamed. And when I run my fingers along that edge, along that muscle, many people just jump and they go, ow, doc, that really hurts. Why? Well, the answer to that is inflammation. And one of the reasons is because you probably use your toes too much to help stabilize your hip. So your toes curl down into the ground because your butt muscles aren't doing enough. So we're going to check and release both sides. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to warn you now, when you get in there, this can really freaking hurt. And if it does, that means you need to work this area a lot, like every day for just a little bit for a couple of weeks, and it should ease up. Let's check out some shin stuff, huh? Okay, let's check this out. So this is my shin on the right. I'm going to draw along the border of the shin. And there it is. Here. This is the calf muscle, that gastrocnemius. Coming up here is going to be your soleus muscle that comes down. You want to find that edge of the shin bone. Take your fingers, could be your thumb, could be your fingers here, and go right on the inside edge and start scraping. And right there, I start to feel some stuff. So the fascia really gets adhered to the bone a ton. And then, ooh, right there. When you find a spot, just start working a little bit. Come all the way down, working your way in towards that, what's called medial malleolus. And usually when you get like right in here, you'll feel it a lot too. Not too bad for me down in here, but I'm going to go back up again. Right there. Oh, la, 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 la. Then what'll happen is if you're here and you flex your toes down like this, you'll feel a muscle pop out. Holy cow, there it is, right? You can use anything in this region. I'll tell you what I love to do. I use my own soft tissue release tool. This is called the Mojo Navel Wand because this end is designed to be dug inside of your navel to release the fascial adhesions there. And this is the scraper end that scoops up underneath the diaphragm muscle. But look, I can take either end of this, come right up against the bone. Oh, whoo, man, that's good. Right there. Wow. Okay, Perry, you really needed this. I can also take the big end and get more into the muscle. La, 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 la. If you rub like a kind of cream or ointment on this stuff, you can do that too, and then slide and glide right off of this muscle in there. And you check it on both sides. Do this on a daily basis for a couple of weeks and notice how you feel. So this is an area that can really get tight for a few reasons. One reason, your foot is trapped in coffins all day long called shoes, which means they don't touch the ground. They lose sensory input coming into them from the earth. They're locked in the dark. They have a lot of cushioning that changes the way the foot strikes the ground. The toes narrow into his toe box, so you have a pointy toes at the end, and you'll likely then not use the bottom of the foot well. What that causes and what can happen then is you get a lot of tightness or tension then in the muscles of the calf and in the muscles that move the toes. Okay. Also, what happens is many people have hip issues because they have tightness in the hip, they have restriction in the hip, and most likely they've got knots or trigger points or tightness or tension, whatever you want to call it, and the glute muscle, the glute max, glute medius, glute minimus, everything around the hip. And because of that fact, then they have to use the toes and the calf to make up more because the hip does not have good mobility and stability to it. So what happens is when people have glutes that are on vacation, which means they're not working well, they might be flat, known as inhibited, they will flex the toes down, grip the ground really hard to give stability to the hip higher up. And that's a person who will go, ouch, when I move down and near the inside of that shin. And remember, don't just check one side, check them both and work both. Okay. I think you'll notice a huge difference on how you feel overall in the body. You'll walk easier. You'll feel more freedom when you walk because it's going to take less effort to walk now that you're relieving tightness or tension in the body. And you'll say, Doc, you know what? That's not the craziest thing, man, but my knee and my hip actually feel a little bit better. And if you mix this with my power of the pencil video, which I'll throw in the description down below, you'll take a little pencil eraser and go in between the spaces on the top of the foot. You do those two powerhouses and you're welcome. How cool was that, everybody? Did you have fun in there? I bet you that hurt on most of you. Good find to work. The low hanging fruit. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a little fun. Work on this, combine it with a lot of the other videos that we have on here to just help yourself move better and feel better. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you see any new videos coming on out. And please visit us on stopchasingpain.com. We'd love to have you at one of our self-care workshops or our membership site. This is Dr. Perry from Stop Chasing Pain. Much love. We will see you soon.